Hello, you special people. Last week I discussed the subject of choice. What choice do we have? And I concluded that we don't have any choice of our circumstances, we only have choice of how to respond to our circumstances. So now a person can ask himself, since I don't have choice of any of my circumstances, I can only choose what to respond to it. How can I choose the right way? Meaning, let's say anger. Most of us suffer from anger. We all get angry. People upset us, someone said something happened, and we get upset. How can I not get angry? Rabbi Meilich wrote a little booklet, a tiny booklet called Zettelkuten, which is in Yiddish. The booklet is in Lushan Kodesh, in Old Hebrew, but the word Zettelkuten means a small paper. It's very short, and he wrote over there, Ainu dam nivre rak l'shabbos tivo. A person was not created only to break his nature. That means, based on what he said, our entire purpose in life is to break our nature, to go away from our bad behavior. So we have our nature to get angry. We shouldn't get angry. We have our nature to gossip and hurt other people, because we were all born with bad nature, the Torah writes it, and we are meant to go through our lifetime and break the nature and not hurt anyone. So this, what Rebbe Meilich said, also has to be understood. How do you do it? So the first thing, if you want to choose a good pathway, how to be a good person, is have a good surroundings. Because most of our influence that we get comes from our surroundings. A lot of people think that the way I was brought up by my parents and the school I went through and all the friends I had as a child, that framed me. And it's true. Most of our decisions we make through our whole life comes from childhood. Meaning that childhood framed our brain how to think and how to respond to everything. But your influence that you get in day to day comes from your surroundings. So if you find yourself that you have a bad surroundings, you should leave your surroundings and find yourself a different surroundings. And a lot of people have a hard time leaving their surroundings because once you get stuck somewhere, you don't know how to leave, and it's normal. So if you could, just leave your whole group. If you realize they have terrible influence on you, go ahead, do it. But what if you can't? So my recommendation is to go slowly. Let's say you hang out with them every day. Don't go every day. Hang out with them every second day, or at least miss 2-3 times a week. Try to slowly. Try not to call them. Call them as the least you need. Try not to be around those people, and try to find a different group, different people that will have good influence on you. And if you do it slowly, eventually you'll slowly leave them until you'll finally be able to break off completely and just not have anything to do with those people who are driving you into a bad direction. Now the person understands that part. How do you actually, let's say anger, how do you control your anger? So there are people, the way they control anger is they will fight with themselves. I heard that the Baal Shem Tov said that why do we see sometimes people, they've been calm their whole life and suddenly they get older and they start getting angry. What happened? The answer is because they fought with themselves. They were angry people and they decided, no, I'm not going to get angry. What do? They went and they fought with themselves. No, I'm not going to get angry. They hold themselves back. So what happened? They got used to the fight. But their anger still stayed in them. And what happens? You get older, and you don't have the strength to hold yourself back, and boom, so you explode. Every little thing, you get angry. And I'm not talking about people who lost their minds. That's a complete different... those are completely different people. If you lost your mind, you lost your mind. I'm talking about people who have their mind, they just don't have control and getting angry, and they've had control the whole life. Because fighting with yourself is not going to help the situation. Well, what you need to do is train yourself of not getting angry. So the way I found it to be helpful is you stop and think for a second. Do I need to get angry right now? let's say someone said something very upsetting, someone did something very upsetting, whatever happened, do I need to respond at all? Do I need to answer? Is it necessary? And let's say it is necessary to answer, because whatever I have to answer him, but do I need to answer with an anger? Or maybe I could do it in a different way. So by just stopping and thinking for a few seconds, what happens is that your body is getting used to the idea that you don't have to get angry, because you're going to realize, why do I need to get angry? If you stop thinking, you're going to realize you don't have to get angry. And if you don't have to get angry, why get angry? So that's how you go on a soft way, and you slowly twist out the whole idea of getting angry, and eventually it becomes part of you and you become a calm person. And the same thing could apply when it comes to talk gossip. Do I need to say the gossip? Is it that necessary? What's going to happen if I'm not going to say it? So you're like talking to yourself, you're thinking to yourself. And that's the way you're slowly twisting out all the bad natures of you. And that's how you can become an amazing person and respond good to every circumstance. I hope you all understand. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. And feel free to leave a comment below. Have a wonderful day.